Hello there guys, and welcome to another Linux tutorial by Mislav. In this Linux tutorial we are going to talk about the cd command, and I think I actually used the cd command in one of the previous tutorials, and it may have caused some confusion. Maybe we're like, what is this? I think I said I'm going to change the directory, and you may have hinted, or you may have, sorry, I may have hinted and you may have guessed what the cd command does, but we never really covered it. So in this tutorial, we will cover the cd command. So the cd command is used to change the working directory. Our current working directory, if you remember, if we print out our current working directory, is home Mislav, okay? And PVD stands for print working directory. Our working directory or current directory is home Mislav. Now, if I wanted to change my current working directory, I would write cd and then I would type in a space and then I would write a folder within which I want to move. Now, this folder can either be a relative path or an absolute path. Okay, so let's remember what we talked about in a previous video. So we talked about that absolute paths start with the root folder and that relative paths start from the working directory. So we are currently located in home Mislav. Okay, and let's first use the command ls. And we haven't yet talked about it, but we are going to talk about it very soon. So basically the ls command is used to list the contents of the current directory. And let's say that I wanted to move from the current directory to the directory which is called documents. What I would write is I would write cd documents, and this is actually a relative path because I am moving from the current working directory to the directory documents, and documents is relative to my current working directory. So if I press enter, I have my working directory right now is home Mislav documents because I moved relative to my previous working directory. However, the cd command also works with absolute paths. So if I wanted to go in the root folder, I could write cd / and press enter. And now I am in the root folder. Okay, and if I type in ls, again, that lists the contents of the directory, but I will cover it later on. Although maybe I could have covered it before cd, but that's my creative freedom as the creator of this course. Basically, and press enter, I can see that I'm currently located in the root directory, and you can see that we have some directories such as bin, boot, dev, etc, etc. Okay. Now let's say I wanted to go back to my home folder. If I want to go back to my home folder, which is home Mislav, I could write cd/home/Mislav, or I could just write cd without any arguments and press enter, and it would return me to my home folder. And we recognize my home folder by this tilde here because cd without any arguments returns you to your home folder. Now let's talk about one more thing which we kind of mentioned in the previous videos and we didn't mention now, and that is how do you move to your parent directory. So currently, if again I print the working directory, I am in home Mislav. What if I wanted to change my directory to home? Well, you may be thinking I'll write cd/home, and that's okay. But what I can also do is I can write cd ... and press enter, and that actually moves me to my home directory. Okay? So basically ... is a representation for the parent directory, and if I wrote cd ... is the representation for the current directory, that wouldn't move me anywhere in this particular case because I would just stay in the same working directory. Okay, so the cd command is used to change directories. You can change directories either relative to the folder you are currently in, and that folder, we call that folder current working directory, or you can change directories and provide an absolute path and then move to that folder And that folder, again, is provided as an absolute path, which means that it starts from the root folder downward, not relative to the current working directory, but from the root folder downward. And if you want to move to your home directory, you don't have to provide any arguments, just type in cd and press enter. Parent directory is denoted as 2 dots, while the current working directory is denoted as a dot. Okay, and this is some basic navigation skills in the terminal. I hope you learned something useful, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Talk soon.